So since you're very good at parallel parking the ship, can you park a car?
No.
No. Hi sailors, welcome back to Cruising as Crew. My name is Lucy and I am here with Captain Giovanni.
Hello, hi.
We are starting our interviews off with a bang this time, so thank you so much for being here.
It's my pleasure.
Why did you decide to become a captain?
Well, I have a very nice story to tell you, because my grandfather was a captain, my father was a captain.
Really?
I want to be around the world exploring, but study languages at the university, but my father saying, no way, tradition must go on, and that's the reason why I'm here.
Oh, really?
Yes.
What languages do you speak?
Oh, I love, je parle français très bien, ich spreche ein bisschen Deutsch, ya panimayo paguski chut chut, hablo español muy bien, es un idioma muy fácil para nosotros latino, e falo fluentemente português do Brasil, e parlo la mia lingua, l'italiano.
Wow, that is very impressive, very impressive. So, why did you decide to work on cruise ships instead of other vessels such as cargo ships? I
started my career in a cargo ship. I was in a tanker as well, because you know it's always better start from the worst side of the medal and get to the best side. And then I'm honest with you, I was watching Love Boat.
Love Boat, oh, okay.
In TV, I was very young and say, I want to go there and ask how is the ship is going with 5-6 people only around the world. And of course, I discovered a new world and compare the cargo ships.
Very different world, I can imagine.
Absolutely.
So what cruise lines have you worked with before Virgin?
Well, before Virgin, I started my career in the cruise industry in 1987. I did 3 world cruises. The ship was 169 meters,
wow.
400 passengers, 200 crew members. Was very tiny.
Yeah.
And then, of course, I continued with Costa Cruise Line, and then I've been with the AIDA Group, so Carnival Corporation, 6 years in Norwegian Cruise Line, and then I joined Virgin.
Wow, that's quite a mixture.
It is.
What are you responsible for as the captain of a cruise ship?
Yeah, this is a huge responsibility. It means that, of course, is the safety and of the ship. Drive. Everyone asks me, but if you are here, who's driving the ship or the boat? So I have to really be safe and drive the ship to A to B. I always say to my officer, don't forget that you have a huge responsibility, and I am the leader of this responsibility. But you know, when you are in a bridge in the night, you have 2,500 sailors, 1,200 crew members, but don't forget that at home average is 4 or 5 people that are waiting us. So it's 10,000, 12,000, so it's a huge number, huge responsibility.
Yeah, it is. So, on average, how long in a year do you spend on board, and how much time do you get at home?
Well, I have a very good contract. Normally, I'm 10 weeks on board and 10 weeks off.
Very nice.
Yes, it is. And normally, I can work 200 days per year.
Okay.
And then the other 165 try to relax a little bit.
Wonderful. And how do you relax?
Well, I go back to Italy and enjoy my beautiful place that is nearby the ocean. I play tennis. I also, I know it's not so nice, but I'm teaching at the Naval Academy. I'm I'm not a professor, I'm not a teacher, I'm someone that can share experience. I have some students of nautical college, so I normally have the pleasure to teach current crisis, leadership, and safety on board. So, and stay with the young people make me very young.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But that's wonderful that you do that. And do you do that like a few days a week, or?
Well, depends how is the request. However, I think that 1 month or 2 I am at the school.
Wow, that's awesome. Have you ever been on board during an emergency or a collision?
Well, thanks God, collision, no, but we have a lot of an emergency and fire. We have a fire on board. There was in the middle of the ocean when was a fire. and I was also in the middle of the night. You know, the fire and the issue. You know, you have to expect the unexpected.
Yeah.
I remember that I got this fire the Christmas Eve after a 1 hour in the morning, so 1 a.m. and p.m. Sorry, and it was very let's say tough because it was only Chinese passengers, so it was you know, but with the procedures and experience you can handle. Bad weather is another emergency, so thanks God with the possibility and the website that we have, we can avoid hurricanes or bad weather, and man overboard happen because sometimes we have also these refugees that we have to stop and help them, and you know, happens
sometimes.
Yes.
Yeah. No day's the same.
No days, and my dear, every day I learn something. So despite I'm a captain, I can tell you honestly, every day there is something that I put in my pocket of experience. And
always a student.
Yes.
Do you remember how you felt on your first day working on board a ship as a captain?
Well, I was very happy. I can tell you, I remember it was also my birthday, so
oh, really?
Celebrate. Yes, I'm very honest and transparent. So when I've been promoted on board, I was a ship in NCL. I was sunbathing, so they called me. I was sunbathing. It was 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and I was on top deck. And then they called me, how are you, Giovanni? And say, oh, I'm fine, I can do something for you. Yes, where are you? Hey, I'm sunbathing. Ah, that's the way you work with us, for us. And say, no, it's my free time. No, and also because I have to go home shortly, 1 week. And they told me, no, you cannot go home because you've been promoted captain, you go to Alaska. My first reaction was, but it's too cold there. But I was very happy. It was mentioned to me. I was promoted in my birthday, so really I achieved my goal since I was young.
Wow, that's amazing. I suppose your father was happy. Well, that the tradition.
Yeah, of course. He was not present there because unfortunately when I was 31 he passed away, but he was definitely was happy. He was a very strong character, and you know, I told him, Daddy, I pick up the phone, and I was in a cargo ship, and say, today is a special day because I've been promoted first officer and I'm only 24 years old. The answer was, so what? I was captain at 23. But anyway, I knew that after he told to everyone, and he was very happy. But you know, old mentality, strong character.
Yeah, you never got a reaction.
Yes, not too bad.
So now we're going to go through the different days that we have on a cruise ship. So obviously we've got embarkation day, a port day like today, and a sea day. So can you tell me what a normal embarkation is like as the captain?
Well, normal embarkation is a turnaround port, so probably we have some also corporate from shoreside that they visit. So we could have some inspections, some auditors. We can have also some maintenance, so technicians that want to check engines, bridge equipment, so it's a busy day.
Okay.
I try sometimes to go to play 1 hour tennis nearby, Terminal Golf in Miami, there is a nice court.
It's not too far.
Not too far, it's 5 minutes walking, so it's okay. And then, of course, there is the departure, and you can feel that people are happy, and also for me, it's nice because we change, we can meet new people, and the itinerary will change, of course, and so it started a new adventure. And then there is the sea day that is good, especially after Miami, because we can take a little bit rest, correct? And then we arrive in the port, and it's nice. It's the best part of my job, that is driving and park. the ship in a port with some challenges that could be some wind, current, strong wind, strong current. But anyway, it's the best part of my job. That's the reason why, the young kid will drive a Ferrari, old man drive a Scarlet.
So since you're very good at parallel parking the ship, can you park a car?
No.
No.
I can tell you, I don't have a car. I rent a car when I'm home, and I rent a small car, Fiat 500 or Smart, only for two. I remember one day I park in big space, but I don't know. I prefer really be at sea. So I park this Smart not in a proper way, and the old man was look at me and say, you see, because I went to buy some food. He was waiting for me and say, you see, the women are always parking in that way. And I was shocked, and I said, and yes, you are right. So I didn't feel comfortable to go in a car and say, yes, it's me. And the old man stayed 10 minutes and then left, and I could,
and then you could go.
hiding myself and go, because, so if you see me around all the streets with the car, be aware and give me the
space.
because I prefer park a 300-meter ship.
Okay, good to know. I assume that when you're working on board, you are on duty all of the time.
Correct.
But you must have to get some time off.
Yes, special day at sea. Let's say that I woke up at 7 o'clock, and then at a certain point I can have some rest. I watch my TV series, and then after, let's say, 6-7 o'clock, or go to the gym, I go to the spa.
That's
nice. And then that's it. The day after is arriving in the morning to the port, probably, so is trying to maneuver, and that's it.
All right, so now I have a question about the uniform, because the uniform on Virgin for a captain is very, very different to any other cruise line. So how do you feel about it?
Well, I tell you honestly, because when I was, let's say, I have an interview with the Virgin, everyone told me, Captain, we don't have uniform, we don't have stripes, we don't have ranks. So I set a point, I say, okay, time out. I can tell you honestly that, I come from company that I didn't mention which company are, that if there was an issue, I saw experienced captains, maybe snooty attitude, that with 5 stripes, a lot of gold all over the uniform, that to avoid to be disturbed or to avoid issue, they put a jacket on top of the uniform.
Really?
Yeah, so you see, I think that everyone on board Scarlet knows that I'm the captain. It's your charisma, your style of leadership, and your way to communicate, and especially the way you respect your family crew members.
Yes. What would you say the top 3 skills are that someone needs to be a captain, to lead all of these people on board a cruise ship?
Okay, number 1, be humble.
Humble?
Yes. Number 2, always eager to learn.
Eager
number
to learn.
3, listen people, and so listen people, and also the way to communicate. These are the 3 pillars that you need to be a captain, a good captain, because now captain is also a manager.
Yes.
So it's not the whole captain that point the finger. Here we don't point the finger, we open the hand, because it is like this. I like this nice uniform, you see, and this is how the leader in Virgin Voyages are acting.
Virgin crew rather than captain or...
So you see, here the triangle is capsized. Normally in all the industry, the captain is here and the other one are going down. Here is the opposite. Captain here, because he needs to support with the hands everyone. So this is the right way to lead a team.
I love that. What would you say your favourite and your least favourite part of your job is?
Oh, very good question. Meet new people, not only passenger sailors, calling which way you want, but special crew members. I really remember our amazing story, and especially here in Virgin, you can have a very nice mix of culture and people that come from all over the world with a lot of experience. So I like this part of my job. As I mentioned, I love to park and drive, and also, why not, when there is a nice sunset or nice sunrise, I can breathe the ocean and say, I'm doing the best job all over the world. So I'm lucky because I do something with passion, motivation, and work with these two parameters is the best way to feel yourself happy.
Yeah. And what's your least favourite part of the job?
So what I don't like?
Yeah.
Well, that part of my job is that, okay, I have the answer, but maybe one day I have to stop to work.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, go for it.
I don't have. I honestly can ask you that at the moment I don't have anything to say very bad. I'm a little bit scary when I have to be retired and to don't feel the same atmosphere again. So
you'll have to go on cruises instead.
No. No, I was invited many times, but I will be not completely relaxed.
Well, thank you so much.
My pleasure.
Really appreciate it. It's been wonderful talking.
My pleasure. Thank you very much. And if you have any other questions, ask her. And she called me.
And yes, I will ask him. So leave them in the comments. But thank you for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. And as always, I'll see you in the next video. Thank you so much.
Bye. Ciao.